How to transparently tunnel a port from IPv4 to a remote IPv6 device. At home, I am connected with an IPv6 address, and additionally, my provider provides a NAT-like setup through which I receive a public IPv4 address that I share with other customers, the reason being obviously that we are running low on IPv4 addresses. As a result, I cannot reach my devices at home, e.g. my VPN gateway, when I am on an IPv4 network. However, I do have a server that has both an IPv4 and an IPv6 address. Thus, it should be possible to reach my home devices if I go through my server. Here is what I have in mind so far. Since on IPv6, each device gets their own IP, my server at home gets a static IPv6 IP. My remote server already has both static IPv4 and IPv6. When I now want to reach my OpenPN server at home, previously I would open port 1194 in my router and NAT would pass connections along to the server there. In my new scenario, I want to connect on port 1194 or a different, doesn't matter, on my remote server, and it should take that connection and tunnel it to my home server, seeing as they both have IPv6. Graphically, this would mean mobile device IPv4- remote server, IPv4 plus IPv6- home server, IPv6. But this should only happen on select ports, or is there even a more clever way than to select by port? My question is, how do I achieve the setup? At which level should this operate? If I want to do it by port, I obviously have to forward the packet at the TCP/UDP layer. My first idea would be iptables, but can iptables forward a packet to a remote IP? Or is there other software that can? Or should I create a tunnel between the two servers and then forward this locally? How would I go about that?
I finally found a solution with forwarding IPv4 ports to IPv6 only hosts, which basically uses SOCAT. My solution is basically the same, except I use a host name except for a static IP there. Take care not to use square brackets with a host name, as it will then interpret it as an IP.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.